Hello everyone, GenmaTheSamurai here, and welcome back to this part of Shining the Holy Arc Blind. Alright guys, so last time, we were exploring around here in the Southern Shrine, and this time we're actually going to go down here. So, I should be honest and get this out of the way really quick. I did go to record another part of this. So what I'm doing right here is I'm redoing what I did last part, and it's a long story short, I tried to do a collab episode with a friend of mine, but with my current internet, it kind of turned into a wee bit of a train wreck, which is unfortunate. I really wanted to show him this. It was my friend Golden Tails Geek, who is a huge Golden Sun fan like myself, but even he was like really feeling like the nostalgia and stuff. If he's there in the comments section, you can really elaborate a little bit more on like what you thought of this game. But maybe I'll even kind of have him in the end slate anyway, just so you guys can like check out his Golden Sun playthrough. He does some like good videos, show the guy some love, but anyway, and thank you for coming on even if it didn't end up working out with my frickin' internet. Either way, so I'm gonna explore around here on the ceiling for a bit, and while I was exploring last part, I kind of made a realization where I was like, wow, I haven't run into enemies in like a really long time, and it hit me, it's because I'm on the ceiling, because all of the enemies are on the ground floor. They can't do this upside down crud, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, it's a nice touch and good attention to detail. I don't know, I think it's awesome. Either way, let me look that way real quick. Is there any point to all of that? Okay, so that's going back that way, so let's go this way. Friggin' the upside down aspect really messes with my, like, perception of, like, where things are. Either way, I'm gonna open this up. So there was a stone key that I needed to grab, so I'm gonna try and get that right now. But yeah, there were a lot of things that ended up happening in the previous part, and it was not fun. Like, I ended up dying at one point, and I decided to just kind of load a state that I had, rather than, you know, like redo the entire dungeon, because I didn't want to waste my friend's time. But what ended up happening, though, was as a consequence, I forgot that I didn't have a certain item, so I hit like another roadblock and I got lost, and just not a fun time, I will be completely frank. Now that said, I think this dungeon is really cool. I'm hoping to, you know, really get into some of the cool stuff as I, you know, go through this area, because man, the fact that you can like kind of go upside down, and like the way that like it forces me to kind of want to consider like, okay, maybe there's a point where I could then go back to like normal if I go through from a certain angle, and like it's just opened up a lot of possibilities in terms of how I want to go about actually exploring this place, and I think that's super awesome. Okay, so this is the other way from where I wanted to. Alright, well, that is in my path now, but it looks like I could probably enter from, really? Okay, oh, right, let me try this side. Alright. So, from, I believe, right here. Okay. So is there a point to me? I don't even know. Maybe from the bottom floor there's a point. Either way. Actually, I'm really curious about something. So since this is upside down, right? Hold on. I want to check out something since, you know, I did record some of this before. Oh, yeah, this is the corridor that had, like, 2 of you guys in a row, isn't it? I think it is. Okay. Yeah, frickin' A. Frickin' the wall dudes. Okay, so I'll have to remember that for later. That's so freaking cool that I can check that stuff, though. Like, I don't know. They could have just easily just made it so it's like, I don't know, there's just a different ceiling now, and just kind of remember that stuff. But the fact that it's actually rendered, like actually upside down, it's weirdly super cool to me. It maybe isn't as hard to pull off as you would think, but gosh, I don't know. I'm really easily impressed by dumb stuff sometimes. I was even kind of telling my friend, if like he was in this like thing with me, I'd be going like, "But it's upside down," and he'd be like, "Okay, that's neat, I guess." But I'd be like, "But it's upside down." I don't know. You can very easily impress me with really dumb stuff sometimes. It's just the truth. I think, yeah. Okay, so what's this way? Okay. I still really like, you know, how good this game is for the most part at like helping you remember where things are. Like, again, I was not expecting a map, and it has one, and it's just, god, okay. So let's go over here. Nope. Okay. So there's nothing there. Right, well it is nice to be able to explore without running into monsters, and if anything, actually, this is kind of cool in its own way, because then I can learn a little bit more about the map design without, you know, having to worry about random encounters, since the ceiling is all fine and all of that. Well, for the most part. Because the floor has the holes, and this floor, or the top... Okay, so the regular floor has the holes. Ah, yeah, so that's the key. So I did miss out on it because I loaded the stupid state. I'm retarded. Anyway, so yeah, so the ground floor has the holes, and this one has the weird pillars. You still have the pillars in the regular one as well, but I definitely noticed them way more on this version. So let's go over here, and now that I have the stone key, I'll actually be able to progress on the ground floor. So that's really cool. I like that. That'd be even cooler, actually, if it's located, like, really close to, like, where the actual, like, door is. Because that'd be neat. I should have actually looked, on the... onto the ceiling when I got there. Because that'd be... I don't know. I don't know why that would impress me, because really it's, like, just a placement thing. But I think that would be just really neat. Just the fact that you have, like, these two parallel ways to progress, and it's... oh my gosh. And it reminds me of frickin'... The twisty rooms really remind me of the Forest Temple from Ocarina of Time. Where you had to hit a switch, and then it, like, changed, which part of, like, this one room was, like, the floor and ceiling and stuff. Like, so it's hitting me in the nostalgia in, like, the right place, I will be frank. So, I don't even know, it's just cool stuff. Anyways, we need to get back to the regular floor, which I think is this way, so, let's see, I think it's over here, yep, okay. So now we're back to normal, and we need to explore. Alright. Hey buddy, how you doing? So, this thing is a freaking transformer, and I think that's super cool. I think it actually turns into a Saturn. Someone can correct me on that, but that's really funny. I like that. Freaking, Tails Geek, though, did point out to me, though, that a lot of the enemies in this game have really frickin' weird designs. I actually kind of love it, though, because it's pretty unique looks for a lot of these, but yeah, it's pretty much just a goddamn rock transformer. And I think that's kind of neat. In fact, actually, if I keep it around, it's just going to transform into its other state if I'm not careful. There we go, yep. So, in this form, I can't really do a whole lot of damage, but this also means that I can heal up while it's in this state. But I'm pretty sure it's a Saturn, which, that amuses me quite a bit. Anyway, let's keep attacking it. Gosh. Actually, I want to say one thing that I think this game... Actually, the Shining games have over the Golden Sun games, in my opinion, is I actually really love the sound effects for all of the menus and stuff that they use for all of these Shining games. It has this really nice sounding, like, clink kind of sound, and it's very... It's impactful, but it's not ear-gratingly loud, which is a criticism I have of the selection sound in Golden Sun, where it sounds like in those games, it's literally like the coin sound from frickin' Mario, or even the sound that the Game Boy makes when you boot it up, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm not a big fan of that, though I think it is iconic and makes me remember it as a Game Boy game, which maybe that was a Nintendo move, not Camelot. Who knows? Hello. Okay. So let's beat up these guys. Alright. So let's take out the central one, because I think they're going to do a team attack if I don't take them all out at once. Okay, attack, attack. Melody, you're going to use Hell Blast and attack. Okay. Oh, frick. Okay, yes, good. Good. Okay. So we just need to beat up these guys, but I did notice, as I was exploring around, in this area... There's a lot of really strong enemies, and that really concerned me. Okay. Alright, yeah, that hurt. Come on, beat up that one. Okay, good. So they're all gonna fall down like dominoes at this point. Attack. Attack. magic, frick it, go for that again, and attack. Okay, come on. Yes, perfect. Okay, Hell Blast level 3. Maybe you'll kill a few this time. Alright, nope, no kills. Okay, and I'm down, but it's okay, I'll come back after this round. Because I have the frickin' fairy thing. I did discover, I think it might have been last part I discovered this actually. But yeah, I think it was last part. But even still, I did find out that like Basso, you know, if he dies, then I actually have to take him back to a church. And that's something I will have to worry about. I am wondering if some plot event is going to happen where I'm going to lose my like weird spirit friends. And if that does happen, then this game is going to get like a whole lot more tense when that does go down. But I think that's a really cool way. I like it when games do stuff like that though, because then you get like, it finds a way to like use the gameplay to like narratively make you like feel a loss like that. So if I were to hypothetically lose them, which I don't know if it will happen, but if it does happen, then yeah, I'm gonna have to worry a lot more in dungeons, and I'm gonna feel a little more powerless because I don't have one of those things. I love it when games do stuff like that. I'll have to see if this game does that. If it doesn't, whatever. It's just something I would personally do at some point. But maybe that would also be a little too easy, and that's the exact problem of it. Okay, so I'm on the ceiling again, and okay. Oh, that's right. So there's another twisty spot right there, and what I think I have to do is I have to find a third twisty spot that will then put me on the ceiling, and then I go through that twisty spot, and I end up on the floor. That's what I think I have to do. So I'll have to see how that works out, but... Oh, hey, it's another crypt. This music is so freaking good, by the way. Like, I freaking love this music. Not just a little bit, I really love this music. Like, Sagaraba, you totally rock this soundtrack. This is way up there with freaking some of the Golden Sun songs. Though I will say this, as a whole, it's definitely a lot more atmospheric, and I don't think there are as many iconic songs as some that I've heard from. Okay. How about we not? I'm just gonna run away from this thing because this thing hurts too much. There's another very specific enemy, I think it was called a turtle dragon, that I'm gonna dread fighting. Ha! Dread fighter. Ha! Fire Emblem. Anyway, but no, seriously, I'm going to dread fighting those friggin' turtle dragons, and there's one in particular I know I'm gonna end up fighting, and I really don't want to. I also looked things up really quick. Let me check my stats. So, I am currently at level 20, so maybe I should. I found out that I can promote people, I think at earliest, level 20. Either way, the reason I bring that up is apparently in this game there's like no reason to wait to like promote. I had to look it up because again I'm not using you guys for advice, and so yeah, I think pretty soon, at the very least, I might wait till at least someone else gets to level 20 before I do commit to that decision. Oh hey Pit, well I think I know where that's sending me. Okay, did I go down this way already? Okay, well let's beat up these things. It's a frickin' balloon cobra. These enemies have really frickin' weird designs, man. I love it, but it is a little odd. Okay. So, let's beat up these guys. So after I complete this dungeon, I'll probably promote. So it might not even be this part, but it'll be something I'll keep in mind. Let's beat up this guy. Okay, come on. It would certainly help a lot for a certain enemy in this place. If I do end up dying, though, I think I will. Like, if I end up getting totally owned by some monster, which, again, the frickin' turtle dragon in particular was the bane of my frickin' existence. It took way too long to kill that thing. Okay. So, after doing that, we have to continue onward. I think, Tails referred to it as, like, a boss in Mook's clothing. Like, you guys haven't seen it yet, but that thing sucks. I hate it. I hate it. It's so much harder than you think it will be. Okay, let's use a heal on you. Okay. A realization popped into my head. If this is like Golden Sun, where, like, okay, so in Golden Sun there's like the Jin system, and that they tied classes to the Jin, and I bring that up because I think the way I think I'm gonna get a party heal, but I think I have to promote Melody to get it. That's what I think I have to do. So as soon as she is able, I'm going to do it. I'm actually not sure what the floor is to start promoting people. I'm assuming it's 20, just since that's the number that people kept saying. What is the point of... Oh, okay. But there has to be a point to breaking that one, right? Well, let's use the frickin' Mattock again. I should probably keep that on me, just so it's easier to get to. Okay. Tell you what then. Possessions, give. Rhodey, you're gonna give the Mattock to me. And I don't know, I'll do it in exchange for that item. Okay. Alright, so with that, now I have the ability to use that, and it'll make this a little faster. Okay, what is this way? Okay, there's another one. Alright, possessions, use. Okay. Let's use the Mattock. Okay. Well, I'm glad I haven't run into any of those wall dudes yet, because that would suck. Oh, I know where that is. Okay, I'm gonna be really careful progressing this way. Okay, let's use these guys. Alright, so also somewhere in this dungeon, there is a vase that has a leprechaun in it. So I need to try and go to that as soon as possible. And after I get that, it'll help me with a certain enemy. I forgot which one actually spawns like that. This is gonna hurt all of us. I freaking hate this stupid area of effect attacks. Okay. So, let's beat up this guy. Alright. Now, legitimately, though, for those of you guys who don't know, at one point, and I still kind of want to, I wanted to make, like, a game that was kind of, a Golden Sun-inspired game at one point, and that was half of my original intent of going back to playing some old Camelot's older games. I wanted to, you know, kind of research how they design their stuff. And this one in particular, though, I feel like I'm really learning things about, because as much as I like Shining Force, it is not enough like Golden Sun for me to be like, I've learned some little elements. There'd be some things that I would like to implement, probably as a reference, but as a whole, it's a totally different kind of genre of game. This one, though, I really like the enemy balancing, and I think that's why I bring that up a lot. I don't know, I guess I could, like, briefly kind of, like, pitch without, like, saying any plot ideas, but, like, so say you have, like, a game that plays kind of like Golden Sun, where you have characters that have the ability to manipulate their environments, you know, with magic and stuff, kind of like that game, which I was kind of debating whether to do in the first place, since, you know, that's such an inherent trait of Golden Sun that, like, I wonder how much I could get away with in terms of, you know, like, calling back to it, but, I guess, like, the whole point of what I was wanting to say, though, is, like, alright, so you have a game like that. I remove random encounters, so enemies would probably pop up on the field, probably similar to Chrono, if you guys have played any of the Chrono games. And I made the enemies balance probably a bit closer to this, where, you know, like, they really freaking hurt. I think that'd be kind of neat, but at the same time, I don't know. It's, certainly different. Okay, I keep hitting, like... It's a weird impulsive thing, because since I have the ability to kind of hit left or right, I automatically think it's going to adjust the camera or something, which it does, the way I have it mapped anyway, but, nah, I'm going to have to do this. So, I do want, actually, Sega should totally remaster a ton of Camelot's games. Okay, this is the one. But they should remaster a ton of, like, these games in particular, because I've noticed, like, the Saturn, from what I heard, it has a ton of great games, but, like, they haven't been re-released at all. I guess it might have something to do with the architecture of the system, so maybe it's a little hard. I guess there was Sonic R, and that probably got re-released because Sonic, and it has, like, this cult fan base, probably because of the music, so I really do wonder about that. Okay, you're an enemy. You are absolutely a frickin' enemy. Okay. Alright, come on. Alright, well, I didn't get that leprechaun in, but I think that would have been a leprechaun fight. Because I was trying to figure out, like, okay, what does this classify as in terms of spawning? Because he's not really, like, coming from a distance. He's kind of showing up, though, so maybe it's from the ground, but I didn't get to the leprechauns in time. Okay. Really? That's what you're doing? Okay. Didn't work on a few of us, so really that's not that bad. Alright. So let's keep beating this guy up. Come on. Come on. So I don't think Basso's gonna be classing up as quickly as the other guys, just because he started at such a lower level than the rest of us. Gosh, we got Basso like really late, I'll be honest. We had tons of time with these other guys, but him, Okay, let's use this on me. Okay, very good. So with that, let's progress onward. I don't know, like, I think one thing about Golden Sun, and it was my, it was a struggle of mine for a really long time, is that there wasn't really a game that felt like it for me for a really long time. Like, I'd seen all these other RPGs, but they were kind of their own thing, and the fact that I wasn't getting a new Golden Sun for a really long time was, like, really bothering me. But now that, like, you know, I'm older, I also have a little bit more of an understanding of, like, how things are. In fact, I would say, I do wish, almost, like, if any of you guys are Golden Sun fans and you happen to be watching this and you're really interested in what you're seeing, I actually encourage you guys, go backwards and try out some of their older stuff, because you might actually find something to really enjoy about a lot of them and things that you could tie to Golden Sun. And more than anything for me, I feel it's given me a deeper understanding of what led to Golden Sun, and I think it's really cool. As of all of these, I think the only ones I've not finished so far in my back tread is Shining Force CD, and I think, oh god, no, please, okay, here we go, guys. I'm gonna fight this once, but every single time I run into this after this, I'm just running, because this fight takes way too god dang long. It is not fun at all. I'm gonna try and put it to sleep, though. Okay. But yeah, Shining Force CD was one I didn't really play. And I have a few reasons for that. I played a little bit of it, don't get me wrong, but it was kind of weird. I'm not a fan of Genesis Shining Force's graphics. I'll just be honest with you. And going backwards from the Saturn games, it's like I just couldn't, I guess. Some of you guys will probably have a totally different view on that, but I just can't. It's the same reason, like, visually speaking, like, I understand how much Beyond the Beyond has contributed, and that's a game I don't like, but that's a game I straight up don't like. Like, I think Shining Force CD is okay, but I don't like Beyond the Beyond. But, even still, I think, like, my issue with, those graphics, I don't know. I feel like I've seen way prettier looking games in the 16-bit era. Frickin' Chrono Trigger is probably the biggest one, but, you know, like, frickin' Final Fantasy looks really good. I don't know, there's a lot of games, and that one just, I think it works fine, though. Like, I like the battle animations, but I don't know, I'm gonna shut up now. This is where I get everyone not on my side. But it's okay. Let's attack you. Hope you stay asleep for a good while. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this guy freaking sucks, though. He does way too much freaking damage. And he has way too much freaking health. Okay, come on. Attack. Melody. Use heal 2 on yourself. Basso attack. Try and put him to sleep again, Rhodey. Okay. Yes, perfect. This music is so freaking good. I will say, my actual main criticism of Shining Force 1 and In the Darkness, from what I played. Okay. Alright, well, it's a criticism. It's not my main criticism because they're different games. But I'm not a fan of the music of Shining Force 1 or In the Darkness. It has something to do with the way the Genesis twang was used in those games, but man, it hurts my soul. Like, Alright, I need to shut up and just focus on this guy. So this turtle dude, like I said, I've got him pretty under control because I now know how to fight him. I need to try and keep him asleep as much as possible to mitigate the damage we take, because otherwise, like, he's dealing, like, way too much damage every freaking turn. I think he was dealing like 60 damage to freaking Melody on a regular basis. Okay, let's use that on this guy. Okay. Man, I still love the little intros for all these monsters. It's just really cool. I don't know why. Like, they found really creative ways to have these guys, like, creep their way in on screen. It's, I don't know. Whatever. Let's keep beating this guy up. Thank you, Melody, for putting him to sleep. Alright, so I don't really know what, like, the special attack trigger rates are, or, like, how that stuff works still, but, I mean, I know I just keep attacking and it works out. That's how Golden Sun kind of was for me for a really long time, though. I think the only time the weapon skill system became, like, super easy to understand was in Dark Dawn, and even then, they kind of lifted that straight out of Shining Force 3 for that one. Even though it was in the first two, the execution of it in Dark Dawn is straight up how it is in Shining Force 3. Where, like, everyone has, like, a set number of weapons that they can use, but their ability to use those weapons, allows them to learn better skills that, every single weapon of that type, happens to have. So, if you want someone to, like, learn a bunch of skills, it is very beneficial in Dark Dawn to have them use the same kind of weapon throughout the whole game, so that way they will have learned those skills, and when switching over, they'll be able to really easily use them. I really like that. So it made it really easy for me to understand that when I went to Dark Dawn. This, I don't know. I think it has, like, a primitive version of that kind of weapon skill system, from what I'm gathering. Because I noticed Melody, with this artifact weapon that I bought in between parts, allows her to very easily put stuff to sleep. So, that's good. Anyway, we got Rhodey at level 19. Okay, so now, we need to make sure to heal up. Alright, so magic. Let's use that on Basso, and then another one on Rhodey. Man, this place really wears me down. But, I mean, I really like when Sakuraba does music like this, because it's doing a really good job of capturing the atmosphere of, like, this is like a sacred shrine. It's supposed to be really creepy and all of that stuff, and, well, not necessarily it's supposed to be creepy, but, you know, like, you feel like you're here, and I love that. It's something that I really liked about, frickin', like, a lot of Golden Sun's dungeons. The way the music was handled really captured the soul of the kind of place you're trying to explore into. And I say that because, and why it impresses me, is just because I know Sakuraba. I know Sakuraba has a pretty big tendency to kind of write the same music over and over and over again. And I'm probably recycling things over and over again myself as I talk about this stuff, but okay, so that's interesting how the graphics are working there. I can kind of almost see into the blocks a little bit. Like, it looks almost like a platform got raised by, like, a pillar. That's, I mean, I guess that makes sense. That is basically what it is, but, okay, could you not, I'm just gonna run away. Thank you. Okay, so let's go here, and, you know, I'm gonna explore this pathway real quick. So, let's use, possessions, and then the Mattock. I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those wall monsters. No? Okay, I'm trying to remember where it was that I started running into the... Okay. Hi, buddy. Oh, okay. Nope, that wasn't it. Alright, maybe it's the blue ones. I haven't gotten any of those in a very long time, though, so I'm wondering where I would even find those pixies. Some of these pixies are in really obscure locations. I might talk to my friend and see if he's okay with me just looking up pixie locations, or if he thinks that's a good idea. But I do want to, but I'll probably save that for basically the end of the game at that point, because I do want to like try and find as much as I can by myself. I feel like that's a lot of the fun of like a game like this, is like, you know, figuring out the game for yourself and like trying to see where everything is. So, okay, let's beat up this guy. Come on. Do do do. Come on. Yeah. Alright, so let's beat this guy up and right. But I do also understand when you're doing a blind Let's Play, there's kind of like, I guess here's an interesting topic, because I know the way I've been doing my blind Let's Plays for a really long time was in a very specific way, where like, a lot of those playthroughs, you know, I allow input from people who are watching it to kind of like say like, oh, here's what you should do here, there, there, and there. It leads to a lot of hand-holding, mind you, but, oh, Dragon Orb. Okay, that looks important. What does that do? Hey, Rhodey. What does that do? Increases breath defense. Oh, okay, so it is a stat up item. Well, that's good. I guess the only way forward is this way now. Okay. But man. Okay. Oh gosh, I didn't do it in time. Alright, well let's keep beating this guy up. Freaking Transformer right now, am I right? But yeah, I was going to say though, in a lot of these blind playthroughs, you know, a lot of people, when they do a blind Let's Play, is they allow people to very intimately kind of say like, okay, here's what you should do here, 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 here. If you don't do this here, then something bad will happen here. But I feel that also inherently, there's some pros and cons to that. On the one hand, it does allow the viewers to be more engaged, and therefore, in turn, you know, like, the show will be probably better improved for a lot of them. At the same time, it's not exactly genuine at a certain point, because when you have enough people telling you, you know, what to do, it's not what it's like when you play the game the first time. So, I feel, at least in this case, just because this game in particular feels so similar to Golden Sun, I feel like there's not even much point. Okay, well, Melody will be fine. She'll be back. I should have healed her off. That was my bad. Okay. But yeah, in terms of this playthrough, I don't know, I think I'm fine. Like, I know what I'm doing. I'm sure you guys are enjoying this just fine, even though I'm probably missing stuff. Unless I need all of the frickin' pixies to enter, like, a final dungeon or something. I'll find out. I'll find out. Either way. If not, if that is the case, maybe I'll do, like, a bonus part or something. I know that was a thing with Golden Sun too, for sure. Across both games, but, I mean, as far as I know, there's not really a problem. And I noticed most people kept a lot of things hidden from me in terms of Tales of Symphonia. So, I don't know. I guess it really kind of depends on the viewer and what they like to see from a playthrough. It's just, this was more like a recent thought of mine where it's going like, is it genuine and all that stuff? And I noticed a lot of you guys responded really well to Scenario 1 of Shining Force 3. And I think at this point, I think, you know, a lot of what I did with Scenario 2, I was kind of forced to spread that out a lot more. Not necessarily even just because of you guys. I probably would have binged it a lot more, but I feel like having the freedom to just kind of just play the game actually is kind of nicer. Because then I don't have to worry about, like, you know, feedback or, like, you know, what you guys think. Because I'm so divorced from how you guys are reacting to it. You guys could frickin' hate this playthrough. It wouldn't change the fact that I'm having fun. But, I'm just having fun playing the game. And I feel like, you know, more people should just do that. Because here's the thing. In my opinion, this is a side tangent. When you're doing a Let's Play, in my honest-to-God opinion, unless you're playing something like a horror game or like a rage game where like the sole purpose is to like get you uncomfortable and make you angry or something like that, I feel the most entertaining playthroughs, at least for me personally, are ones where the person who's playing the game really, really enjoys what they're playing and has fun doing it. because you can usually tell. You can usually tell when people aren't enjoying what they're playing, because a lot of the time they'll be like, oh, okay, well, I'm talking like this. Oh, this is the thing that's like that, and like I did that a bit with parts of Shining Force 3. And I do think a lot of that was probably very attributed to, honestly, there were parts of the game that I wish it was doing better at the time, and also things like, okay, you know, how much I was binging it. No thanks, buddy. I will pass on that. I don't want to fight you again. Frick off. Oh, and of course he does that move. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Could we not? Could we not today? I very much prefer not today. Oh, no. Okay. Alright. And he did attack all of us. Okay. That guy sucks. He sucks so much. Alright, so we're almost at 40 minutes, too, so I'll probably have to end off soon. But I don't know, you guys can let me know what you think of all of these things. I think this stuff is interesting. And I've been guilty of doing this as well. There's been playthroughs where I clearly wasn't enjoying what I was doing. And I think it's ever since there was one very specific playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles X where I really was not liking the game, and I just kind of dropped it for all kinds of reasons, but I think first and foremost, I just wasn't really liking the game that much. And I think that's fine. Like, sometimes you just don't like a game. And that's like one thing. There's some people though that like they just enjoy everything, and that's fine. I know there's like channels I've seen. There's one YouTube channel I followed where a guy does nothing but blind Let's Plays, and I find that fascinating because I'm like, and this guy is always like on all of the current stuff. He plays everything that comes out, and in a way I admire that, because like when do people ever freaking do like it's so weird to me. Are you freaking serious? Okay, we're going backwards then, I guess. What about here? Okay. Oh, this is the key. Okay. We need to use the key. And probably, I think I know where this is gonna take me next. Who has the freaking key? Is it you? Okay, someone has the freaking key. I don't know who. It's not me, is it? Wait, I think it is you. Yeah, okay. Way to go, Basso. Okay. So now that's opened, and we can progress this way into the whirly room. Yes, perfect. So now, we're on the ceiling. Okay. So with that, guys, I think I'm going to end off here. So I want to thank you so much for tuning into this part of Shining the Holy Ark Blind. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on everything I said below. I think this is an interesting one to talk about in that aspect. I'm really still liking this game. The dungeon's cool. Gave me plenty of time to think about stuff while I was getting to this whirly room. And progression is neat. I really like how I'm going through a lot of the same rooms, but what's interesting about it is it's like I'm having to recontextualize, like, okay, so I probably need to get to this point, but how do I get to this point? And so you need to find these other objects that then will allow you to do this other thing. It's very basic dungeon design, I realize that, but I love that stuff. I don't know. Either way, I want to thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Bye!